On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
I deserve that. It's time to learn that.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Rolling to his right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play. Obviously, instead he hit a safety valve.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go.
And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Cowboys 0.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Incomplete.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of its drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Chris Jones on
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Fielded just inside the 30. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
at their own.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get in.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Dallas.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Connects here with the tight end Blake Jarwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott from the gun. They'll roll him out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The rookie CeeDee Lamb, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown.
To Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover, because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological?
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for the Bengals. 58 yards.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Chidobe Awuzie on the
tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's out right at the 25. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And
a nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
47-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back to Mixon on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
To Joe Mixon.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
A loss of a yard.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Switch.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On On second down and 4. Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
Blake Jarwin, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
And ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Under 10, under 10.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He finds his running back, Mixon, and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. 10 carry now for Elliott. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Cowboy first down.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Check 26, check 26. We got 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up
when you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
Complete to number
3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Cowboys 21, Bengals 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here.
Now Burrow loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
26-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
14.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Bengals grab it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Burrow now, a big spot for the Heisman Trophy winner. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Nixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. It doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down. Here's Burrow. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
At the 16-yard line.
All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down now, Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He was brought
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Dallas.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got a man, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33.
First down, Cowboys.
And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
At the 4-yard line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. One last shot now for Prescott. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback, because we've been in